Siyanibingelele emakhaya. Mina igama nguMalibuso. Ngihlezi lana nobaba. Ngiyakholwa baba ungazi introduce.
Mina esami isibongo ngokamali. Ngize la ngodaba. Ononjabulo ngaphakathi kodwa angazi ukuthi mawuzizwa kanjani ngale maloda. Ma. Sengifuna ukutshela ukuthi mina sengithanda ukuletha umnakwethu la ekhaya. Lesi sinqumo ngisithathe ukuthi ngifuna ukwandisa ikhaya likababa. Sengifisa ukuthi wena Malibuso uzivuma lesicelo sami njoba ngingezanga nobaba Msebeko ukuthi ngiyakuhlonipha kube ngize naye nje ubaba Msebeko.
Hayi cha baba ngoba thina asivumelanga ngalento leyo ngazikasishada. Mhlawumbe makube bengazi ukuthi uzofuna umfazi wesibili. Hayi cha mina baba. Hayi angeke ngikhona. Okay guys, we know this is
good.
Honestly speaking, we know this is not even something to joke about or anything. We're just pointing out how ridiculous these situations can get at times. And for whatever reason, we just felt
we are basically
wanted
auditioning as well. In an audition, we think we can act.
But anyway, you guys, as you can see about the title of this video, you already know what we're going to be talking about today. You already know what we...
I cheat, yathanda.
Wow. You already know what we're going to be talking about. You already know what we've been watching. We actually have been following from season 1, of course. We even watched Mnakwethu, Happily Ever After. And when they said season 2 is back, we were like, okay, we definitely have to watch that. I was about to ask Kagi this question earlier. Let's just get right into the video. What was your first reaction when the show first aired, like season 1? I remember the havoc around that. And Twitter went crazy, like everyone went ballistic, myself included. I was like, what the heck is this? But I'm not gonna lie, I have come to learn a lot. And so I want to hear what Kagi's initial reactions were. Seeing that, he still needs to answer that question, guys. He still needs to answer that question. Or should we wait till the end of the video? What do you guys think? Are you going to tell us?
We'll get to it. Because I want us to enjoy shooting this video. If I say my answer now, we might not continue shooting. No, I haven't said what my answer is. So don't react. But anyway.
Okay.
Mamela. Okay, Tina. I want to be Africa. We're Africans, guys. Okay, my Zulu sucks. Listen. But anyway, we're Africans, no? And now the question is would it be better if these guys continued cheating on their wives? Or, I'm not saying I agree with it, I'm not saying I don't agree with it. I'm just putting a question out there. And Randy should answer this question. Would it be better for them to continue cheating on their wives? Or is it better that they come out in the open and just say, Mama, there's this lady I'm feeling and I'd like to bring her into the family setup. So which one would you rather have? Side chick, secret side chick, or a side chick you know about?
Oh my guys, like, you need to understand this is such a tricky question because as women, I think we want to know till it actually happens. Then you don't want to know no more. Like, then you decide it would have been better off if it was in secret, because then what I don't know won't kill me, or out of sight, out of mind type of situation. But at the same time, we have this thing as human beings that, you know, trust is everything. We need to tell each other everything and we need to be honest. And that's where this whole polygamy and cheating thing happens and differs. You know what I mean? Because
indoda cheat iyathanda. which one would you rather happen? If it were to happen, of course, the ideal situation is not having anyone there.
No, of course,
That's the
but if
outcome.
I was now, I had to pick in between the two.
Yes.
Ooh, guys, Mnakwethu, I don't want to lie. I mean, I don't want to say something if I know I don't mean it. Ooh, I don't know. I don't want either of that nonsense. I don't want either of them. You know what? No, let me just put it in simple terms.
Let's say what game and Mnakwethu.
Eish, ngingephula umoya, angifuni uqamba amanga.
I don't know. I think I would go blank for a moment. Yeah, everything would be. I think I would black out. I honestly, oh my gosh, I really, really don't know. But all I know is that I just won't like it. Like, I just know that I'm not gonna, no. Oh my gosh.
Are you out or are you staying? That's another question.
It's so easy to say you'll leave immediately. Like, no, I'll leave. But this person, your husband, the father of your kids, in some cases, your provider. So it's very easy for people to go like, no, I'd leave. You need to know your worth. But when there's already such emotional ties and you are married to this person is your husband, I think it makes leaving that much more of a more difficult decision. And that's why I think a lot of ladies opt to stay. But Naka, so let me tell you something, ne? Whatever your opinion is of Mnakwethu or of polygamy or polygamous marriage, I'm not interested, sir. Please, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, like, no, guys. I don't know. Oh my gosh, guys, can you imagine me? Because when we kept on watching the show, you know, because they started off as a joke, right? Even while we're watching these episodes, they keep telling, they're like, yeah, it started off as a joke, trying to test the waters. Gafiso is now pulling the same thing. It's like, what would you do, Sandy? I'm like, hey, we're doing this to the wives, and now you are busy here saying, what would you do? Guys, I was legit on some, don't even think about it. And Jale, my paternal grandfather was actually in a polygamous marriage. So
actually they did tell me.
yes, so I think my grandmother is the second wife.
So when Uzalula is 10,
basically, like, guys, Uzalula is 10. And yeah.
So what's the beef?
There is no beef. I just my mom and dad went in a polygamous marriage, so I'm not born directly into it.
Yeah.
And my grandmother also didn't like it, actually. She still doesn't. And she was in a polygamous marriage, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, what's that? Imagine, oh my gosh, that is so creepy. I'm not even going to say my grandmother. When my grandmother saw Kagi, she's like, I'm like, what dog are you? Imagine, see, my grandmother and myself married to the same guy. Yeah. Anyway, well, that joke though. My grandmother made it very clear that she doesn't support polygamy, even though she lived it. So I would take it from someone that has direct experience of polygamy, that she obviously didn't want it for her children because she knows how painful it could get, you know, judging from her own personal experiences. Episode 1 starts with this guy and this girl. Obviously the guy, they married, and the guy wants a polygamous marriage. Now guess who the Mnakwethu is? Guess who he wants to make the sister wife? The friend of Mkhotsuwa girlfriend Kahai. Guys,
and it sounds like they're best
friends.
It sounds like
they're quite close.
She knows everything about her.
Yes, like they were legit friends. So this guy says, where I'm meeting sister wife Kahai Goteng, the lady came to visit the wife and himself. That was the first time they met. The second time they met at a mall, then decided to obviously, they're familiar, like, aren't you my friend's girl, like whatever. It's no big deal.
Friend.
Yeah, aren't you my girls? My word, guys. It's because things like that don't happen. That's why I'm even juggling things up, because it really is weird putting those types of things in a sentence. This girl, like, guys, really? Like, on a serious note, like, friends that are snakes.
That's why, but you know what? I can't blame the friend entirely. The guy is ultimately responsible.
Yes, because
for all of us. That's why I never really say side chick, side nigga.
No, me too. Actually, I become so pissed off when
they fight the
side guy, the side chick or side guy. Because I'm just like, no, address how.
Exactly.
You're not dating another person. The person is not responsible to be loyal to you. The person doesn't owe you any loyalty. Address that with your mans or your girl.
And
you know what I mean? But in dynamics where you're my friend, that is the ultimate betrayal.
Bang betray
From the both of you guys, from both your husband and friend, like, it's the ultimate betrayal, because it's just like what?
And one thing I'll say.
Why my friend?
Chicks, babe. Your friends. If I were to ask your friend out.
Yes.
What do you think would happen?
My friends who are watching, you tell me. No, you write down on the comment section. No, you know what? I think I'm such a good judge of character, so much so that I know how to select friends. Oh my gosh, no, But okay. I don't think my friends would do that to me.
Because there's a saying, women versus guys. A guy will say, I want a girl like her, whereas a chick will say, I want him. Because
not someone like
there
him.
are so few good guys, so you have fewer options than gents do, essentially.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's the reason or why that's the case.
Guys, I legit was in an argument or debate sort of thing about why more men cheat. Like, it was basically a thing of men cheat more than women do, and I was just like, that all boils down to the fact that there's just way more good women than there are good guys out there. And I remember, and it was actually a cousin, he was like, no, that's not true, because I've been cheated on before by a girl I really liked. Okay, fine. But even months later, I still spoke to Kagi, and I was like, no, your cousin didn't get me. Like, think about it. Fine, I might not have the accurate numbers and percentages as to what a good guy and what a good girl is and whatnot, but from experience, from what you see out there on a daily basis, it's very apparent that there are just more good women than there are good guys out there.
But here's where I disagree. Women are just good at it.
Good at what?
Good at cheating.
Good at cheating, so you wouldn't know.
It's harder to find a chick. With guys, I'm always tired. I know
with guys, you guys legit are terrible liars.
Exactly.
And you like lying, so I don't understand.
Exactly.
But you can't.
Even if I lie, my actions tell lie. If I'm from someone else, you have to understand, by the time I get home, I don't have energy. If I have to master that energy, it's something else. At some point, I get so tired of pretending like I have energy. It's like, I have to handle it. So I'll say, in terms of the numbers, I can never say guys cheat more than girls. I can't say that, because girls cheat.
No, I
just
didn't say girls
don't know
cheat.
about it. So and why it's difficult for guys to actually find out is because, as a guy, if I'm going to get married to Zandi, there must be a level of innocence that I see in her. So I'm not looking for a bad. If you're a bad, I'm going to be with you a month or two and I'm like, I'm out, I'm good.
Ladies, take point.
Exactly, take note, ladies. Yeah? This is if you want to get married, so not everyone wants to get married. Some people just want to live their best life. But
for the people that want to get married, I suppose.
But when guys get married, they always look for innocence. They won't say this to you. They want, you'll see it on Instagram, they like the nepe of all the, the thirst traps and all of that. Yes, because it's nice to see. We can't say it's not nice to see. But if I'm going to wife someone, I'm not looking for a thirst trap.
Yeah, but it's very interesting because from the looks of things, the Mnakwethu or the second wives always look like damn thirst traps to me.
Let's not confuse the two.
Yeah.
Let's not confuse being a bad with being beautiful.
Okay.
Let's not confuse the two.
Yeah.
I don't know what works happen. It doesn't mean she's a bad.
I didn't say she's a bad.
No, I'm just saying, I don't know you're saying it as if why
You just say queen.
No, I'm just saying Wanderlord is not a bad. Look, the guy might still be seeing that innocence. Whether you can really be or what, in the guy's eyes there must be a semblance of innocence.
I didn't see.
You won't screw me over tomorrow.
You guys, let me just put it like this. You guys just see what you want to see. If you saw attractions, you will see the innocence, even if it's not there. You will see what you want to see.
And again, some people don't think like that in terms of maybe they are more catering for their sexual desires. There are those guys.
Yes.
But those marriages, from what I think, they don't last. Because someone can only be sexy for so long. You get what I mean?
For real.
So some people there are people who get married because
they find
of sex. Because of sex.
Yeah.
There's no other reason there.
Literally.
I'm in this relationship, but
the bedroom. Wow.
So that is also the case.
Yeah.
But those relations don't necessarily last. Like one that is going to last is one where you see innocence in your wife.
Can I ask you this? Is there a point where you stop seeing your wife as innocent?
I don't believe so, no.
You always see your wife
You
as
always
innocent.
see, yes. Just like how your mom always sees you as that 3-year-old.
Okay.
It's something similar to that.
Because, man,
Unless she cheats. Then it all goes poof.
Yeah, I hear what you mean. Until you give them a reason to not look at you as innocent anymore. The pattern that I saw then was that the wives, like what I saw in the season 2, and it just was a little concerning to me, is that the wives were younger. In fact, the couples themselves were a lot younger. Not just the second wives or the potential second wives, but the couples themselves were younger. Their marriages were still relatively young. And I'm just like 3 years, we were married for 5 years, we were married for 2 years, and you're already looking for a second wife. And then the second wife, what they 20.
I wonder why, because as time moves on, certain traditions change. But it seems like this one is actually growing. I don't know if it's growing or what.
It is growing.
Right? Or in popularity. We don't know if it's growing in numbers, but in popularity,
it's certainly in popularity.
And so, because generally I thought that the younger ladies, we are now more educated, like things like that. You're more modernized and stuff like this. You wouldn't necessarily stand for it. So it's more than just are you educated or not.
Ukuthi ngithola ingane yabantu ifunda bese ngithi mina futhi bese uyayiyekisa futhi
matters of the heart. I didn't educated that's about Mjolo will dribble you.
What surprises me is these guys, Batlamo, they haven't even actually finished.
Here we are now. Wow, guys. So you bring a second wife. And then the wife starts talking about, wow, unalis beti wait. You bringing another wife, you still haven't even finished bothering me.
Basically, it was me and Vandy a few months ago, they were my wife.
Yes.
Literally, before she was my wife. That was Marijola.
Yes.
But I saved her as wifey.
Yes.
It's basically that.
Yes, and we call each other hubby, wifey, again, and then do. Like what? Whoa. More we in a polygamous relationship, not even marriage.
We are a throuple.
We're a throuple for real. Like, I don't have a problem with polygamy, but I feel like a lot of the times the men don't understand it and therefore it's wrong.
Wrong.
Like, don't call it polygamy if you're not gonna do it the traditional polygamous way.
Follow all the steps correctly.
Correctly.
Because it is people's culture, so we can't really say don't
do it.
You know what
but
I mean?
the minute you cheat on
cut
your
corners,
damn wife.
you cut corners, and
Yes.
you're trying to rush to get to that polygamous state. You're actually not doing it the cultural way. That very same culture that you say.
Therefore, you're a cheat.
You can't say you're honoring your culture yet you're not following.
Exactly. There's no culture honoring.
It's just
You're just naming.
convenient.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're just conveniently naming it. Polygamy Isithembu. I'm from family Isithembu. No, it's just an excuse to cheat on your wife and cheat on your wife freely.
Umkhulu uthi ufuna ngithathe.
Hey, wow.
Listen, I'm not saying the guy is lying, but it's a convenient.
It's such a
statement.
convenient statement.
Because I can't know if it's true
So
or not.
mna hankatlhaga ke re yazi
Ugogo,
ngiphe ugogo
whatever.
ayifuna amadoda ababili. Like, can you imagine the whole taboo around that?
I don't mind people if you're using it to build something good or whatever. I don't know, but don't use it as an excuse for convenience. If he's doing it that way, then it's wrong. But if he's actually telling the truth, Omar, he has a twin who he's taking a wife for,
No,
stuff like
it
that.
was an older brother.
Oh yeah. The brother considered him a twin or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the first wife is apparently the twin's wife, and then now the new wife is his wife.
There's no way of proving whether he's lying or not lying.
Exactly.
But I just hope
that's
it's
my
true.
thing. You know what, guys? It's very important to respect people's traditions, but at the same time,
And I suppose just like anything, like for instance, there are false priests, fake priests, and whatnot.
yeah,
There are obviously guys who
use it to fake
just to
polygamy.
you know.
Right, you true.
Even there
true,
are
I
guys who are
like that.
genuine. Yes, there are guys who are genuine, but there are also guys who are just using it as an excuse
Yeah,
to mess about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you think in 2021 there's guys that are genuinely about this polygamy thing?
There are. Especially, I'll say, especially guys who grew up under that setting. You saw it up close and you're like,
That's what I was
this
like.
is normal.
Yeah.
It's normal to me.
Yeah.
It's what's normal. The other thing that stood out for me is patriarchy is very much alive. Because whether you are the chief's kid
Ooh, yeah.
or what, I don't care.
Dude,
I'm bringing a second wife.
I'm not even done wifing you too.
And I'm
You're the chief
a nobody.
child.
I'm a no. It's not like I come from
Literally,
royalty.
royalty.
If I came from royalty, as okay, then okay, maybe we can we're on the
whatever.
same standing or whatever, you know. But essentially, I'm a peasant in layman's terms. I'm a peasant. You are from royalty. Okay, well, if you're not from royalty,
Yes, you're a peasant.
You know?
You're a peasant, guys. You can't make
so
this
I'm a peasant. I'm taking the Lord's daughter. Who her brother is now the chief. So
Yeah.
very close. This is like literally
Dude, legit. Like,
you are in there. But as soon as you step into marriage
my
with
house,
me,
baby girl. Whether
I'm
you are-
literally head and shoulders above you.
Yes.
And you must just do as I say.
And you know what, babe? I don't mind that. Guys, let me tell you something. I don't mind being the whole submissive wife. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I really want my man to be the man of the house. I really don't mind that setting. And even if I was from a royal family and then Kagi is a peasant, whatever, and then we get married, I really wouldn't hold my title in society above him. You know what I mean?
No,
I would
that's how it's
respect-
that's how it's
yes,
supposed to
that's
be,
how it's
yeah.
supposed to be. But wow, boy, would I not think you disrespect me. Hey, Kuri, yeah, bonza go loka ba ngwana Queen Elizabeth. You are not safe. If a man is capable of doing this to Msadwahai, Msadwahai is pregnant, and then ululata a girlfriend, amlobol, apatele Msadwahai gore ulobotse a new woman.
This brings us to episode 11.
Yes, abamphrekise. What makes you think that guy is a good man?
The
Why the
funny
heck
thing
would you
though
think that
about
person
that
is a good
lady,
man?
the funny thing about that lady is she says no one is coming after her.
They all say that, which is absolutely bizarre
It's shocking.
to me.
It's shocking. Like, what are you thinking?
Who
Are
do
you
you
insane?
think
Or
you
what's going
are?
on?
Now let me tell you something. Baba in polygamy, I pray they get third wives, all of them. Zwak. Ke rata gore that's setting. I pray they all get third wives in 2 to 3 years.
And it also begs the question, how really to work?
Oh yeah.
Why do I have this
definitely-
image?
No, these men definitely talk smack about their
Why do I
wives.
have this image?
Yeah. Woo, guys, episode 11.
Because in some of them, in some of the episodes, the second wives are respectful.
Yeah.
Which tells me that the guy actually says, don't ever disrespect my wife.
Yeah.
But I'm not the image of I'm the pillar of
You
this
yourself,
relationship.
the man, you gave her
The
that.
leeway, basically.
Yeah.
You led her into feeling that way, to believe that.
Yes. Guys, no, actually, let's unpack this episode 11 properly. I feel like Gachis and I just jumped into it. You guys don't understand. So this man, this man, Obata introduced his second wife to his pregnant wife. Ne? The second wife is already pregnant. Plot twist, he has already taken out Lobola for the second wife, okay? Go chong. She's already the second wife.
Hence, she said,
Hey.
we are not going to ask.
Yes.
We are just simply informing.
Which, did she lie?
She's not wrong. Exactly.
Did she lie though? Because you're not going to ask Jorge.
Give a sister wife.
Give a sister wife.
Because
You already made me a sister wife. You and your entire family.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy says, my entire family already knows.
And they're keeping it a secret.
And they're keeping it a secret. The only person who's in the dark about this is my wife.
He's
herself.
probably the breadwinner. So of course we're going to keep our mouths shut.
Exactly right.
Of course we're going to keep our mouths shut.
Ooh, babe.
We can't piss them off. Oh,
Wow.
That's the power. That's what they use.
Yeah.
Over their families, over their wives.
Yeah.
That's what they use.
How about Fita Moleke? You're not going to ask for me. You're going to inform. You're going to ask
For yourself, man.
yourself, dude. Because I'm already married. So what do you mean? You're going to ask permission that your wife must accept me? I'm already the wife, most what accepting. You're going to inform her about me, and then you're going to ask for yourself. I'm accepting. But now I'm already married to you. I'm the pillar of this family.
And she said that in front of
the wife.
Mnakwethu.
Okay, that man is nothing without me. Even this guy keeps on saying on the confessionals, yeah, when I met this lady, all of my things went well. So she brought this light into my life.
Power.
Now this lady has the audacity to say, I'm the pillar in this family because of this man.
And Mseleko was not impressed.
Mseleko was
see
not,
like,
Mseleko didn't like her.
Guy,
Mseleko did not
Yo.
like her one.
how come the play? He was like,
Yeah, man, who the heck are you? Like, he was like,
what did you imagine? And you could see how when he was closing the show,
Yeah.
he was like, I don't want this guy to continue with this woman.
yeah, he's like, I'm trying, but wow, hey.
I was
Yeah.
proud of the wife. Because
Me
Baba
too.
Ngata asked him, I'm
Me
to the guy,
too. Yeah,
You
don't even shake my
know?
hand.
Whether I'm still go whoever, I don't care.
Yeah, and when that wife was like, I am leaving, I was like, kudos to you. It takes so much courage because I know it's not that easy to up and go. But on the reunion, I don't know if I think they might have reunited. Because the second wife wasn't even there, but the first wife was.
She was there.
The
I told you, went with the Mohawk style. She was sitting there by herself.
It's not the chick
In the
was sitting
red.
by herself.
Yes, in the red, that's her.
Why was she
I
sitting
just
by
didn't
herself?
recognize her initially because of the hairstyle.
Yes.
But she was there. What ella? Why would she sit by herself?
what ella that chick. Ooh, what ella.
And let's look at listen, because it's culture, I don't mind you go in there, you be respectful, and you understand you are hurting someone else at this point. So you can't just get in there, which happens to corner manje. So just accept it. You know what I mean?
No, I
you have
do.
to go there and
Humble yourself.
Letting out anyway.
But can we agree on one thing though? Can you at least have money? When you decide to take on polygamy.
So that brings me to my answer now, right?
Wait.
What I think about What do?
You must be careful, I'm just letting you know.
Pamela, now I'm a firm believer in you know? But here's why, guys. Here's why I don't agree with polygamy. Yeah? Purely personal. One of the main reasons they give us is they want to build the family.
Right.
I don't know how many kids does Philip have now. 20 or what?
I don't know.
Like ideally he wants 20. I think that's what he said.
Yeah, I think he said he
children.
wants 20, yeah.
And you are just spreading your resources too thin.
That's so true.
If I have, listen, I might be a millionaire. Now, if I have 20 kids, I'm not going to afford to take these kids to the best schools. I have too many kids.
Yeah. Unless you're like a billionaire, come on, guys.
Of course,
but a multi-millionaire.
But how many billionaires do you want to understand?
That's the thing.
Exactly, you know? So, now my kids go to decent schools. Of course, they don't go
Yeah,
to,
of course they don't go.
Of course they go to
They go to
decent schools.
Yeah,
fine.
but not the best.
Not the best. So now personally, I'm the type of guy that if I'm gonna make kids, I want to be there for my kids. I want them to get.
How are you gonna attend the sports games?
You can't attend sports games. How are you gonna grade 10? It's impossible to. You're not gonna get involved in your kids' lives.
You're not. Because you yourself, regardless of resources, you yourself would spread yourself too thin.
Exactly.
Whereas if you have one family, you have the time, you can make time for your family.
There's stability in the one household.
Yes, you can make time for your family because you just have this one family to focus on. Even if it means giving them 2 weeks to go on holidays, every 6 months or a year. But at least you can do that. It's very...
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fine, if you have money.
That's
that
like
can help
Papa
you
Pin
out.
gives the first class. I give them for I can't put us all in first class. And listen, I want to fly first class.
It's my money.
It's my mind. I work too
If
hard.
you're complaining, you pay
Salah.
first class.
No,
No,
it's
you
going to
can
be Salah high. So you definitely want to put yourself in first class. So the alternative is
No,
for you
you
to stay
can't
at home.
touch your house, is what I'm saying.
Alternative is to stay at home.
Wow.
So you spread your resources too thin that when you pass away now, it becomes a problem. And we see it on shows like Mama Zal, where a guy had multiple wives, and you can tell this guy was pretty doing decent, you know. But now kids are left broke. Basadi ba bang ba broke now ba lwantshana on Mama Zala. It's just too much drama.
Yeah, like I think maybe the most simple example I could give you. Let's say Ubela 1 million. I'm getting a multi-millionaire. Or let's make it a little more realistic. Ubela Banaba how 2 million. Can you imagine if you had 2 kids? Go to they get 1 million, 1 million each.
They can start with
Now, Ubela Banaba 2 million, but you have 20 kids. How
What's
much
that, 100,000
each? 100,000. Well, if it was just the 2 of us, we could have been getting 1 pound.
100,000 K go and next week.
Oh, dude. I could be. There's a kid out there toting a million man.
When I know 14 million, I was doing 14 million alone. What's 100,000?
What's 100K?
And it's very difficult to impart the value. When do you find the time to teach a child how to be? Now that's why in most cases it's the mother's responsibility to nurture these kids. Not I want to be an involved father.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can't now mama more to come. Let's get a help. You know, as much as we say money is important.
Yes, exactly.
Because babang bari, I think umuntu ayosala noma ekhaya.
You're
Just
gonna
get a
take care
helper.
of that woman for the rest of your life, especially if you're gonna claim that you're a provider. You're gonna have to maintain your wife.
Who's gonna have?
Who's cheaper,
kids?
really?
Who's gonna
Who's
pay
gonna
kids
have
for you?
kids that you also need to
Support.
support? So really, which option is
And
cheaper?
one of
To
the
just
chicks
get a
was like-
helper or
One of the chicks was like, I'll even pay for the help.
dude?
savumelana ngokuthi ufuna sithole umuntu ozogada uma ekhaya umuntu ozokhokhelwa yimini mina anginayo inkinga noma semhlanganisele sobabili.
Because I don't want to go mahaying.
Exactly, like I won't be able to yet you live here, I'm married to you, but I'm willing to pay for the helper in myself just to get a second wife.
And how about Giga? The guy hasn't seen his kid. The kid is like 3 years old now.
Dude,
I mean, come on. And
dude, but we're talking
what
about
kind
like
of kid are you?
polygamy. Out of here. That is not. Please.
So that's primarily why I don't agree with it. It's because I'm the type of person who would want to be hands-on with my family. My kid, I'm gonna pick my kid up from school. I intend to be now. But the day when I don't want, I'll probably be. We might take turns if somebody obviously wants to do that. Like essentially, I've made the mental decision. Should it happen, we get a kid. I'm gonna fetch the kid from school. Whenever there's a game, I am there. If you need stuff for sports, let's go to the stores together. Let me help you
Spend
pick and
quality
choose.
time.
And let me help you pick and choose the items. No, this is good quality. This is not good quality. So if I have 20 kids,
When do you get that?
listen, I'm
You
sure.
go even if you try. Yes.
This is
It's
impossible.
unsustainable, Lita.
Now I wish I was the yes.
Yes, it's unsustainable. Come on, you have an entire career. Come on, you have to be your financial provider. You know? So even if you try, it's unsustainable.
I see my
Let's
wife
say all
once a
20 of your kids now are playing a game. Who are you gonna go to? Who are you gonna not like?
So it's better not to go to
any of
anyone.
them.
And it's also going to be. But and the funny thing is, he has 4 wives named Tombi. He said that. And
I know, I remember. Even the wife said, even look at the girlfriend thing, Isithembu. Girlfriend number 1, girlfriend 2, girlfriend 3, girlfriend, can you imagine? Shoo? That's why girlfriend number 2 promoted to wife.
And
Yeah,
guys,
the fifth wife.
Now, guys, girls like me. This chick likes me and not that. I started doing You know what I mean?
You
I've
had your
outgrown
turn,
that.
you outgrew it, you enjoyed that phase in your life. Now there's no need for you to backtrack, go back.
Go back there.
You enjoyed it, it impressed you till it stopped impressing you, and now you're moving to a different stage in your life. That's why, guys, it's very important for you mustn't skip stages, because you find yourself being a man who can't even commit to Sadwahai simply because you were that loser that just wasn't a hit with the girls.
Now that I'm making money.
Now that you're making money and you have all of these women throwing themselves at you, now you can't even freaking concentrate on one woman. Because that chick likes me, that flame over there, I got her. Even though you have a wife. People will like, you've been dating flames all your life. I'm sure that's why Kagi is not phased. When we see a pretty girl, we're like, she's so pretty. But I'm not even flinching. I'm not even it's because, listen, Ketile, he even understands that he's the one that says that, Ketile, and I'm done, I'm content. That's why I made you my wife, because I wanted you to be my wife. If there's someone who comes after you or before you, I'm not interested. His title is
And gents, be careful. That is
I'm so proud. My Zulu is getting better.
Now, after watching Mnakwethu, I think my Zulu also
please, baby, your Zulu, there's no hope.
I don't know, but let us just know who's better, actually.
Helping.
No, but it's good.
Zulu. Haibo.
That's not so haibo, doesn't mean you know.
But come on,
No, but my Zulu is better. But anyway.
No, it's not.
No,
There's
they'll
no
tell
way.
us.
Who did you speak Zulu with? I spoke Zulu with both my mom and dad. Who did you speak Zulu with?
With everyone I met.
But your mom and dad and your siblings.
Yeah, literally.
So
Because
now we
in the
get
hood,
off.
like in the hood, we assume we just start speaking Zulu for some reason. I don't know why.
Nah,
We
I
assume
grew up-
we are Zulu. Then later on you find out, man, why we have been speaking Zulu.
Yours, guys,
That's the funny
Zulu,
thing.
don't even
But
start.
no, but I'm not the best, obviously. Actually, what was I saying?
I'm so sorry.
Oh, gents. Again, be careful. Some of the girls you get with don't necessarily like you. They're just trying to prove a point. So be smart. It's not because she thinks you're hot or anything. She just wants to send your wife a DM and say,
Yes.
you've been bragging about him and not that.
Yes.
I'm chilling with him.
And women
like,
are spiteful. I'll tell you that. Like, we women, we are in constant competition. Sometimes you just want to prove, oh yeah, your man wants me. Khotwana, I remember when Kagi and I were talking about how, for some reason in my head, I thought Kagi or I noticed it. I'm sorry, babe. It's just something I picked up on you. Like earlier on in our relationship, I got this thing that Kagi has like a lingering eye. Like he's that guy. Like, and listen, I get it. Like, if there's an attractive woman, of course they're easy on the eye. When I self over attracted, what is your man supposed to do, right? I understand that, right? But I realized I actually spoke to him and I was like, okay, listen, you can't do that because number one, it's a sign of disrespect to me, and number two, they don't mind, they must want to prove a point to me. Your man wants me. He's out there walking with you, but he wants me. Because as women, we sometimes also want our ego brushed for no reason at all. We're that competitive. And Lina, I know that because I was that girl who would walk and then everybody shady okay. And let me tell you, and actually I am as the one. No, let me tell you. Now I'm like girl code. I'm like team girls. Ayanda every time would be on some Muzandi, that guy late. Like she's told me that multiple times. And I'll be like, oh, this guy's so rude, like that's disrespectful. Like if I saw him do that, I'd probably be like, dude, what you with your girl? Like why are you looking? Legit. And I'll tell Ayanda, like I would express how repulsed I am.
In my defense though, she might have saw me maybe looking at one and concluded in her mind
that you
so
do that
every time and then let's say someone is posting. I remember you did this one for the chick Afita and I literally didn't even care.
Were you doing it for me or for you?
No, I'm just saying I literally didn't care, and she thought because I came across her I was staring. Sometimes you see what you're looking for.
When?
I think we were at Crest or something like that.
Okay, no, I don't remember actually. But like there has been a time, and I think it happened more than once, and I was like, no man, this guy, is he that guy? Those guys with the lingering eye? Oh my gosh, I hate those guys. Legit, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't like those types of guys, and I just couldn't believe, I'm out here dating that nigga. But then after I expressed my sentiments and we spoke about it, I haven't seen you do it. But anyway, so I appreciate the effort because guys, like I understand, babe, I really do. Like I really do understand because yeah, you can look. There's absolutely nothing wrong with looking, especially if a girl is attractive. Like I think I'm mature enough to understand that. Haven't attractive, like attractive, and there's nothing any of us can do. Get your I still look when a guy is cute, but with me it's rare. But like I also look, I suppose, when a guy is cute, but it will be for a brief second, like, oh, he's cute, okay, whatever. But it wouldn't be a big deal. So that's what I then learned to assume for, even with Kagi. Maybe it's just one of those, the whole, okay, no, beautiful girl, wow. And then that's it, it's not that deep. I just had to tell him. Because you're in the relationship. And I really thought, in my ideal world, I really was like, no, I'm gonna need tunnel version for my man. I see nobody but my man.
Guys, I don't care how beautiful you are. you are not worth it. Let me say it right in front of you. You are not worth it. There's no better way of putting it. I understand you are not worth it, and that's the thing. That's the reality about me.
They are not worth what?
You're not worth my marriage. You're not worth my paycheck or whatever. You're not worth the drama.
Your paycheck.
So I don't care how attractive you are. Whether you Kim Kardashian or Beyonce or whatever. I'm gonna do 5 minutes and then my life is ruined. I'm too smart for me to allow that to happen.
Good for you.
And yeah, that's it, guys.
Yeah, guys, like before we drift off too much, I think, I don't know, I kind of liked this topic, but you guys tell me what you guys think, if you'd like for us to dive in more into the topic. And
if you have questions or what
if you got to this last part of the video, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Send us any question that you'd like for us to answer. I don't know where you can send it. You can send it on my Instagram. I like talking to you guys on my Instagram as well. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. You guys are amazing. Like, we love you so much. Mwah.